Hello and welcome into a brand new season of Allen University Athletics here on WACH-FOX 57. I'm Kay Crenshaw, so happy to have you along for this week's episode where we'll dive into all things Yellow Jackets. And on this week's episode, we're talking both football and football. That's right, the Gridiron Squad will get going this Saturday with head coach Cedric Pearl and Allen's football team taking on a road matchup at Clark Atlanta. We'll sit down with Coach Pearl, both look back at how preseason camp has gone in his first season here in Columbia and also what the season opener is going to look like against an SIAC foe. And we'll also sit down with women's soccer head coach Machi Provost. They're entering their third year of the program and third year under his leadership, and they're looking to continue taking strides forward. They saw a 6-win improvement last year from year 1 to year 2. They're hoping to push that total even further coming up here in 2024, and their season also gets going this week against Converse. All of that and more coming up on this week's episode of Allen University Athletics.
Right here, there's a better way to travel, where we're proud to be local, but we're more than just your local airport. Here, you can go from garage to gate in minutes, instead of traveling to travel.
Who wants to drive an hour up 77 anyway?
With quick find parking and multi-airline kiosks, we're designed to save you time. So for your next trip, check CAE first. The Columbia Metropolitan Airport. Fly local, fly with neighbors, fly with ease.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
I think my images truly portray dynamic women, like being bold, being fearless. Growing up, I did not see what I wanted to be. There was just a lack of Black women, business owners, entrepreneurs, creatives. That's how I just started taking pictures. And from there, I figured out that I wanted to be a photographer for women of color. It takes a village to be a Black woman, to live and survive as a Black woman. It takes support. I found my niche and I'm sticking to it.
Each year, the South Carolina Education Lottery raises millions of dollars for scholarships and grants that help students prepare for their dream career, just like Kristen.
There's a hidden gem in downtown Columbia, South Carolina. Are you ready to witness the epitome of grit and passion? Well, welcome to Allen University Athletics. From dazzling plays on the basketball court to the electrifying crowd, we've got tradition and we've got pageantry. Fueled by determination and unwavering spirit, coaches will push everyone's limits, game after game. At Allen University, we believe in the power of unity, teamwork, and resilience. Together, we rise. Be a part of the legacy and experience the thrill of Allen University Athletics. For more information, visit our athletics website at auyellowjackets.com.
And we welcome you back here to Allen Athletics. It's time to talk Yellow Jacket football. We've got the head football coach here, Cedric Pearl, with us. Coach, the season's finally here. All this anticipation, all this waiting is finally here. You get to finally play another opponent in Clark Atlanta. Before we preview the Panthers and Week 1 for you, how has this first preseason camp gone for you at Allen?
Preseason camp has been exciting, man. Like I said, it's finally here. The guys have been flying around and learning the system and making plays, and everything is coming together. I had a really good practice this morning. I like the mental approach that they took this morning practice because it's 2 days off from kickoff. And so the guys are ready to go. We're ready to go. We're tired of practicing against each other, and it's time to play an opponent now.
What does a morning practice at 5:30 a.m. keep in mind? It's still dark outside. Most everyone else is asleep. You guys are out there practicing. What does a Yellow Jacket football practice look like under your leadership?
Well, it's a 2-hour practice, and we're moving fast. We cover all 3 facets of the game. We make sure we get in offense, defense, and special teams, and we get some specialty periods where we work situations. And so at 5:30, about 7:30, we're out of there.
I know back in the springtime when you were first getting ready for spring practice and first getting things underway, like you said then, you kept it very vanilla, right? You kept it very basic, implementing the early steps. Where's that process at now in implementing your system, and how different are the practices?
Well, the practices are very different now because, of course, we advanced everything that we taught in the spring. Everything that we taught in the spring was a foundation to lead to what we're doing now. So some of the things that we're doing now come off of that and the nuances of what the other team's doing and when we're supposed to do it is the main thing that we're trying to get accomplished now. And that's what the difference is, because football is a mental game. So the adjustments and the calls and the checks, those are the things that we have to make sure we're all on the same page with, because when we see something, we all on the same page, the quarterback or the linebacker makes a call, and then we react and go play.
I know one of the main things you wanted to address after spring ball was replenishing a roster and building out the team that you wanted to build here at Allen, and one of those main focuses was linemen, both offensive and defensive. And I know looking around the locker room now, you've got plenty of big guys around the locker room. Tell me a little bit about the guys in the trenches.
That was the main focus. You know, I was a former lineman myself as a player, so my focus is the trenches on both sides, because I think that's where the game is won. So we brought in close to 20 defensive linemen, and we have somewhere around 15, 16 offensive linemen. And we'd like to increase that number with the old linemen. I'd really love to have 20 and 20, but the coaches did a good job of identifying talent and bringing in guys that we felt like will fit the program. And we feel like we have a group in depth, because that's the key, in depth, that'll really be good for us this season.
Getting geared up for that first week, and I know in your mind we're looking ahead to Saturday, and all the focus is in on Saturday, but even back on Monday, I know it was a holiday, but I know you were still focusing on that game. What is this game week like in your world?
Well, the game is fastly approaching. Once Monday comes, it seems like we'll be on the bus Friday. That's because today is Wednesday, this practice is over. So tomorrow's Thursday, Friday we'll be on the bus. Clark Atlanta, they're a great football team, a very explosive offense. They scored 7 touchdowns this week to win the football game, if I'm correct. And we got our hands full. You know, David Wright, he's an excellent quarterback. You know, of course, a former player here, and decided to transfer down there with Coach Keaton. And but we're looking forward to the challenge, and our guys will be ready to go.
We'll take a short break here and come back with Coach Pearl and preview more of that matchup with Clark Atlanta. We'll be back.
Right here, there's a better way to travel, where we're proud to be local, but we're more than just your local airport. Here, you can go from garage to gate in minutes, instead of traveling to travel.
Who wants to drive an hour up 77 anyway?
With quick find parking and multi-airline kiosks, we're designed to save you time. So for your next trip, check CAE first. The Columbia Metropolitan Airport. Fly local, fly with neighbors, fly with ease.
At Founders Federal Credit Union, we know success is a team effort. We're always cheering for you, side by side, so you can dream big and achieve your goals. Offering products and services that put you in the lead, whether that's helping you buy a car, build your savings, or supporting your community. We're here with the financial support you need. That's teamwork. Score big with Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax with Founders.
Back here on Allen University Athletics, talking Yellow Jacket football with head coach Cedric Pearl. Coach, Clark Atlanta awaits, and the unique situation in your case this year, unlike maybe years past when you've coached, is your opponent has already played a game, so you have a full stretch of tape on them. How beneficial is that, especially in a week one scenario where a lot of it may be a little bit of a guessing game sometimes?
Yeah, it's a great benefit. You get a chance to see the personnel and actually what they want to do on offense and defense. You know, what's their identity. And they showed that right away. They threw the ball around on offense, same as they have done in the past when they were here. And defensively, Coach Cole is very aggressive. He likes to stack the box and try to take away the run and outnumber you and, play blitz coverage and zero coverage in the secondary. So those things held up in that first ball game, and we feel like they'll be doing the same thing this weekend.
Allen will travel to Clark Atlanta down in Atlanta, Georgia this Saturday at 2 p.m. Coach, take a look at the Panthers, and offensively you mentioned there David Wright III, a former Allen quarterback last year and reigning conference MVP. He's a player that is, like you said, a dynamic passing threat. What is the biggest thing your defense will need to do to stop him?
Well, we got to get pressure on him. We got to get to him. You let him sit in the pocket. Obviously, a guy like that, he'll hurt you. He has three really good receivers in Harris, I know their numbers 3, 4, and 5. I know Harris is one of them. I can't think of the other two names right offhand, but 3, 4, and 5, we know we're going to be locked in those guys, and wherever they go, we know that ball is going to be coming to one of them.
And let's dive in on your defense a little bit. That side of the football has a ton of returning faces from last year's team, and a lot of those returning faces, like you've told me in the past, have taken on real leadership roles and really strong presences in your locker room. Talking guys like Justin Eaton, Sherrod Simmon, and others, including Cam Scott as well. What has that collective group meant coming back with their experience and leadership taken for the defensive side of the football?
Well, leadership is priceless, and whenever you have guys that are doing things the right way and show people the way, show their peers the way it should be done, and follow me, get behind me and follow me, and we're gonna make sure everybody's doing everything right. You can't do nothing but applaud that as a coach. And those guys that you named have been doing an outstanding job of that. And some of the new guys that are coming on the defense have just fit right in. And I think you'll see some new faces and hear some new names making some plays also this fall on both sides of the ball.
Well, let's move over to the offensive side, and like you said, you're expecting Clark Atlanta to bring some pressure, maybe bring some blitz packages, and one of those key pieces is going to be a returner in Terrence Jarrett. I know he anchors one side of your line, a preseason all-conference selection. What will it be for him, and how big of a role will he play Saturday?
Oh, a big role. He's got to protect the quarterback and keep him upright. He's also got to be able to, dominate the line of scrimmage in the run game too, and Terrence can do that. He's a very athletic offensive lineman, smart kid, very, very strong, and very athletic, and we feel really good about him when he's on the field. Also with him and Jeff Felton and Chance Bush and Jaywan Sanders and the right guard escapes me right now.
Chase Taborn.
Chase Taborn, yeah. Those guys they've been working really hard, man, extremely hard, trying to get themselves ready to play, and I like what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, those are 5 names that I've been sure to familiarize myself with and kept some big guys out on the practice field.
Yeah, I got to try to remember all 90 of them, man.
Well, Coach, you mentioned protecting the quarterback. I know to this point you haven't named a starting quarterback in the preseason camp. Are you ready to do that at this point?
Yeah, Jameer Dismuke will be our starting quarterback. He'll be the first guy to run out for the Yellow Jackets on next Saturday. He came in fall camp, and he and the other guys, Mike Reese and Dylan McKay and Daniel Plum and Anthony Wiseman, they all competed for the spot. And right now, he's just he's ahead of all of those guys in all the areas that we ask our quarterback to be and all the things that we ask him to do. So I'm not saying that the other guys are not capable, because they really, really are, but it's just like splitting hairs. That one guy may have one other trait that the other ones don't have, and that's the reason why he edged them out. But we're looking for great things out of Jameer Dismuke, and I'm pretty sure the Yellow Jackets fans will be they'll be excited to watch him play.
Well, one of his particular targets this year in your style of offense that maybe Allen fans haven't seen in the past is the role of the tight end. Oh, yeah. I know you're big on the play of a tight end in your offensive scheme, and you've got a couple of really, really good names in there. Mike Bowman's going to be your starter at that position, but what does a tight end look like in your scheme?
Tight end is a kind of a hybrid guy. He's an on-the-line guy, and he's also going to be in the backfield too. And Bowman and Jordan McGee, they're 2 outstanding tight ends. I've had a lot of good tight ends in this conference, and they're right up there just with them. We're going to get them a chance to show that talent, because I really believe those guys block, then you reward them with passes. Most time when a tight end catching the ball, it's going to be a big play, because he's going to block, and lull the defense to sleep. Next, he releasing down the field or running a corner route, and he's wide open. So we're looking for great things out of that position as well.
Well, Coach, you're back in the SIAC. You took a 2-year stint, went to the SWAC. You're back here in a conference that you've coached in for more than a decade now. Looking at the league as a whole, and I know one interesting stat that I saw this past weekend, I want to get your thoughts on it. Among the Power 4 Division I conferences, 70% of starting quarterbacks did not sign with their current school out of high school. Looking at the SIAC, do you see as much turnover in this league, even though you were just here 2 years ago? Yeah.
Well, for example, us. The number 1 quarterback in the conference is in Atlanta now. He was here for, I guess, 2 years. I know watching Tuskegee the other night, they have a new quarterback. Benedict has a new quarterback. The other games I was able to watch. I don't know about everybody in the conference, but that's just the nature of the game now, man. Kids transferring and looking for opportunities other places, especially at the quarterback position. Those guys try to find somewhere where they feel like they can play right away. And I understand that, and I have no problem with that. Our job is just to try to keep the good ones here, but if they decide to leave, we got to recruit another one.
Well, Coach, final one for you. Let's fast forward to Saturday. Kickoff is at 2 o'clock. When will your day start, and walk me through it?
My day will start probably 5 or 6 o'clock that morning when I wake up. I normally try to go for a little walk just to clear my mind in the morning. And I get up and eat breakfast and get ready to go, man. On game day, I'm kind of fired up, a little subdued, but I have to tone myself down a little bit. But I can't wait. It's nothing like game day. Nothing like game day.
So I guess in terms of toning the excitement, you're glad it's a 2 o'clock kick versus maybe an 8 o'clock kick.
Right.
Don't have to wait as long.
Right. Now, yeah, or 6 o'clock at night. I love day games. Any football coach will tell you they want to get up, they want to wake up that Saturday morning, go eat pregame and go play.
You've waited 8 long months. Let's not wait any more hours as well.
Let's not waste the clock, man. Let's kick it off. I wish we could play at 8 o'clock, Kate. That'd be great. But there's no problem, 2 o'clock. Our guys will be ready, hydrated, and ready to go.
He's Allen head football coach Cedric Pearl. They take on Clark Atlanta on the road this Saturday, coming up at 2 p.m. Coach, thanks so much for the time and best of luck.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
Right here, there's a better way to travel, where we're proud to be local, but we're more than just your local airport. Here, you can go from garage to gate in minutes, instead of traveling to travel.
Who wants to drive an hour up 77 anyway?
With quick find parking and multi-airline kiosks, we're designed to save you time. So for your next trip, check CAE first. The Columbia Metropolitan Airport. Fly local, fly with neighbors, fly with ease.
There's a hidden gem in downtown Columbia, South Carolina. Are you ready to witness the epitome of grit and passion? Well, welcome to Allen University Athletics. From dazzling plays on the basketball court to the electrifying crowd, we've got tradition and we've got pageantry. Fueled by determination and unwavering spirit, coaches will push everyone's limits, game after game. At Allen University, we believe in the power of unity, teamwork, and resilience. Together, we rise. Be a part of the legacy and experience the thrill of Allen University Athletics. For more information, visit our athletics website at auyellowjackets.com.
I think my images truly portray dynamic women, like being bold, being fearless. Growing up, I did not see what I wanted to be. There was just a lack of Black women, business owners, entrepreneurs, creatives. That's how I just started taking pictures. And from there, I figured out that I wanted to be a photographer for women of color. It takes a village to be a Black woman, to live and survive as a Black woman. It takes support. I found my niche and I'm sticking to it.
Each year, the South Carolina Education Lottery raises millions of dollars for scholarships and grants that help students prepare for their dream career, just like Kristen.
We're back here on Allen University Athletics talking women's soccer action with head coach Machi Provost. Coach, you're back for year 3. As you head into year 3 of this program and your team and your leadership of it, what have you learned over the previous 2?
Patience is a big part of it, and connection and building. So this year has been focused on how to put the best pieces together in the best places, even though some might be unconventional. And then ultimately introducing a new system to a group of players who might come from something similar, but everybody is locked in and under the same mindset. So I'd say we've grown together tremendously over these past 3 years.
And this offseason specifically, how has training been? And tell us a little bit more about getting geared up for 2024.
Yeah, man. So this year we've done something a little different. We ran through the city a couple times, ran through Soda City Market, tried to get some eyes on the team, some eyes on the young ladies because, they deserve to be acknowledged for some of the things that they've done within the community. But also, too, I think that we've fed into a process, right? It hasn't been fast here. It hasn't been, a light switch where you just turn it on and then everything's good. There's been some struggles and some hits that the young ladies have taken and they bounce back from them. And we do have a core group who have, went through a tough challenge of defeating a Division I opponent. So, we're trying to bring that experience into this year as well.
And we'll talk about a lot of those key figures as time goes on, but you get a 6-win improvement last year from 2022. Obviously, you want to keep seeing the win total grow, but what are some of those other steps that you're hoping and planning for this season?
Yeah, so I think the biggest step for me to introduce to the team as well is, how to react together and then how to bounce back together. Because there were games last season where, we were up maybe 3-1. Then we dropped the ball in the last 15 minutes or up 2-1. So this year, we have to fight through the challenges and do whatever we have to do to get that win, And obviously, teams have had field days in the past on scoring goals. So our job is to, eliminate the goal scoring and score the goals.
Well, let's talk about goal scoring. Let's talk about the offense first. You bring back Tatiana Machado, your leading goal scorer a season ago, and whether you're at Division I, Division II, Division III, whatever classification you're at, a 14-goal season is pretty special. And I know she's still an underclassman, just a sophomore. How can she build on that success?
Yeah, one of her biggest things that she's working on right now is her leadership. And, having her helping others communicate only is going to grow her and help her understand the game to a different level as well, because when you understand what everybody's wants and needs are, it helps expand you as a player. And she's helped grow into that capacity by being named the captain of the team this season. So I'm excited to see her growth as well.
Who are your other captains?
Tony Sleds. She is our other captain. She is a senior this year. Key member of the team as well. She led us in minutes and assists last season. And Tony is a leader as well. She does it by her work. I call her Iron Woman, because she did the David Goggins 100-mile I think it's Stay Hard challenge. So, if anybody knows David Goggins and what that takes, to really complete that, she has been a warrior in that sense. So.
The 75-day hard.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, there you go.
So for those unfamiliar, let's break this down. 75-day hard is a 75-day-long workout stretch where you get in 2 separate workouts, each 45 minutes long, and one has to be outside. You have to drink a gallon of water a day, no cheat days, no sweets, nothing like that. And you also have to read 10 minutes a day, which I know is very important with this group. It's a very tight-knit group. Talk to me a little bit more about what this team is like off the pitch.
Yeah, so, what I see off the pitch is, a lot more communion, eating together, going to church together, communicating about outside events that, they want to do together to me. And that's huge because sometimes, your team can feel as if they might be neglected or they might not be seen on campus or they might not be seen by each other. And to have that eliminated, it feels wholesome. And the relationships are authentic, they're not fake, they're genuine. And even in the early morning for practices, you can see some genuine smiles, you know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate these young ladies for coming together like that.
As we get ready for matchup number 1 of the season, it gets going this Thursday against Converse University. Coach, this is a very talented squad that's coming in here to Columbia from the upstate, a team that I know you faced 2 years ago, and it seems they've only gotten better since and built out a really strong coaching staff. What are you expecting from the Valkyries? Yeah,
I'm expecting, championship level pedigree, something to challenge us and to, show us where we're at early because as you said, we want to improve on our past 2 seasons, and especially last season with 6 wins. How can we make it 7? How can we make it 8? How can we make it 9? The young ladies have made an agreement with me about a undefeated season and a seafood boil. So if anybody in the community, wants to help celebrate these young ladies too, if they get an undefeated season, please join along. But at the same time, we're not going to drop our heads. It's going to be a challenge, and we love that. We embrace that, and we welcome it.
Well, one challenge that I know you're going to have to overcome is you're missing some pieces right now due to some international play. Tell us about your players and how they're competing for their home countries.
Yeah, so Gabby Murphy, she is playing with the Bahamas Beach national team right now down in Brazil. And, you know, we wish the best of luck to Gabby in the Bahamas Beach national team. But, you know, she's a rock. She's solid back there. She holds us down. She's also a captain for us as well. She just won't be competing tomorrow. But, you know, she brings a level of experience that, you know, is much needed in our spine. And, you know, we're not short when we lose her either, which is the beautiful thing. So, but we do miss you, Gabby, and travel safe back home.
Well, we mentioned different Yellow Jackets representing the university away from Columbia, and another one that's going to be representing the school and the soccer program all the way up in the nation's capital over this next year is Juliana Da Silva Blackman, named a White House HBCU scholar. A huge, huge honor for her. What did it mean to you as her coach to see your student athlete be recognized for something with such strong academic excellence by an institution like the White House?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me, it's nothing but happiness, and it fulfills me to see that, you know, I'm a young mentor. So for Juliana, I'm just happy, and honestly, you know, she's not a very timid soul, but at the same time, she's very expressive in how she's gonna, you know, approach situations, and she deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Like, her grades are very good. She's very respectful. She's always trying to figure out what's next for herself. She had an internship this past summer down in Florida. So, you know, she's doing all the things to help her propel in life. And for me, I'm just happy, man. I couldn't be sad or mad at something like that, you know.
It's all smiles around Allen women's soccer right now. They get their season going this week against Converse. You can check out their full schedule at auyellowjackets.com. Coach, best of luck against the Valkyries, and let's chase after that undefeated season and that seafood boil.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be back.
There's a hidden gem in downtown Columbia, South Carolina. Are you ready to witness the epitome of grit and passion? Well, welcome to Allen University Athletics. From dazzling plays on the basketball court to the electrifying crowd, we've got tradition and we've got pageantry. Fueled by determination and unwavering spirit, coaches will push everyone's limits, game after game. At Allen University, we believe in the power of unity, teamwork, and resilience. Together, we rise. Be a part of the legacy and experience the thrill of Allen University Athletics. For more information, visit our athletics website at auyellowjackets.com.
And that'll wrap things up for us on this week's episode of Allen University Athletics. You be sure to go online right now. It's auyellowjackets.com. Again, that's auyellowjackets.com. On the website, you'll find scores, recaps, schedules, rosters, everything you need to know about Allen University Athletics is right there at your fingertips, and we hope to see you at a game real soon. As for the Allen football team, coming up next week, they're going to be on the road in Salisbury, North Carolina, taking on Livingstone College, but they will return home for their home opener of 2024 to take on Point University Saturday, September 21st at 7 p.m. Again, that's Saturday, September 21st for Allen football's first home game of the season against Point University. You can get your tickets online, once again, at auyellowjackets.com. Just right on the top, click on the Tickets tab, and you can buy your game ticket as well as your parking pass and tailgate pass if you want to bring the grill out to football field for a great Yellow Jacket afternoon. Well, that'll do it for us this afternoon. Be sure to stick along each and every week here on WACH-FOX 57. I'm Kate Crenshaw saying we'll see you next time, and as always, remember to smile.